Hello guys, welcome back to day 13 of Python for Beginners tutorial. In this episode, you're going to learn about Python tuples. Tuples are another standard sequence of data type. A Python tuple is very similar to a list with one major difference. Tuple is immutable, which means that once the tuple is defined, you cannot delete, add, or edit any values inside the tuple. Tuple is also ordered and heterogeneous data structures like list. So this might be useful in situations where you might to pass the control to someone else, but you do not want to manipulate data in your collection, but rather maybe just see them or perform operations separately in a copy of the data. So we can create a tuple using parentheses. Let me print the tuple. So to define a tuple, we use parentheses instead of square bracket. The square bracket is to create a list. So this is called an empty tuple because there is no data defined in these parentheses. So this is called an empty tuple. Okay, now let's list out the data inside this parentheses of the tuple. For example, string data, integer data, Boolean data, and float data. Because tuple is one of the heterogeneous data structures like this, and it can store different kinds of data. For example, this tuple stores in a string, integer, Boolean, and float data. And it also stores ordered sequences of data. While we can retrieve data through indexing because a tuple is ordered, so we can iteratively retrieve data, or we can also retrieve data using indexing mechanism like list. For example, if I wanna retrieve data at index one is 31. So I can refer that data using index one. So index one is what's called 31. We can also iteratively retrieve the data from tuple using loop for every item in the tuple. We can print that item that is similar with list. We can define tuples without parentheses. For example, if you avoid these parentheses, and if the items are comma separated, so the Python assumes this is a tuple. Okay, so you can define tuples without parentheses as well as with parentheses. And this implicit tuple comes up with most often when working with functions that can return multiple outputs. For example, we might have a function that returns the first and last letter of a string. So when you call this function, first and last, and let me pass a string, for example, title last. Result, and going to print that there is the return value. So the first character from the given string is E, and the last character from the given string is B. So this is one function that's going to return the first and last character from the string. In such cases, we will sometimes wanna store the multiple outputs in a separate variables. For example, you can store multiple outputs in separate variables. For example, first car, last car, and I can print first car and last car. Okay, that's that's E and B. So this is another way you can store, because this function returns two values separately by comma, and I just assign the result in two separate variables separated by comma. So that is called two separate outputs from this function that's gonna be returned. This syntax is called unpacking, variable unpacking. So you can learn more about variable unpacking. So we can unpack multiple outputs in a single line. We can use it with any tuple, whether it was returned by a function or not. So whatever it is separated by comma, that is a tuple. The result is tuple. Whether it is enclosed in parentheses or which is out of parentheses, so that is called tuple. And in conclusion, Python list and tuple are ordered and heterogeneous data structure. However, unlike the list, the tuple is immutable because we cannot add, delete, or modify elements once the tuple is defined. So in this case, there is no operation to change or modify elements in this tuple, or add new elements in the tuple, or delete elements from the tuple. That is called immutable. We can't modify tuple. But in list, we can modify the elements that is mutable. We can add a new element. We can delete elements from the list. So that is the only difference between tuple and list. Therefore, a list might be better for representing data that is expected to change over the course of a program. So because if you want to change over the course of the program, you can use a list, like a to-do list. And a tuple might be better for representing data that is expected to be fixed. If you don't want to change or modify the data, you can use tuple. Or like the responses of an individual subject to a survey. For example, the survey response is not be modified, that is fixed. So that is good to put in tuple. So this is what's called tuples in Python's data structure. So I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Write comments below. Thanks for watching.